It's Saturday afternoon. We're going to do some more F-250 work. We're going to check the toe on the front end here. It's kind of wandery. What's the thumbs down for?
Forward.
This is a fine truck.
You know, there's just not the same excitement when you're cleaning the interior of a Ford as there is a Chevy. There's a little bit of pride when you get done with a Chevy.
I think you're just prejudiced. I think you're just prejudiced. And Mrs. Heavy Chevy's going to grease the front end. That should be fun. Alright, we got a nail drove through a piece of 2x4 here. And Mrs. Heavy Chevy's going to rotate the tire and we're going to scribe a line on it. Go ahead, Mrs. Heavy Chevy. Okay, that's good. Now we'll have a handy place to measure from and check our towing. Did you get it? Check our toe in?
Yes, I got it.
The Mrs. Heavy Chevy skillfully manipulated the tape measure so that I could read the toe, and this is what we discovered. It measures 69 1/8 at the front and 68 9/16 at the back of the tire, which means it's towed out a pretty good bit and would account for its not being able to point down the road very good. Alright, to fix the tow out condition, we've got to adjust that collar right there, but this thing has spent a little time in the salt and it's a little rusty, won't come loose even with that big piece of pipe and a pipe wrench. So we're going to have to fire up the torch and heat it up a little bit. What do you think about that?
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. We had that thing glowing red hot and I couldn't get it to turn, and I hit upon a little trick. Put the pipe wrench up there like so, and then while giving it downward pressure, take a hammer and tap it right there. And that allowed everything to turn. So now we're making progress. Making progress, yep. Do you like making progress?
Absolutely.
Alright, we got all that buttoned back up. The bolt's tight. We've got about an 1/8 inch toe in, which should be a lot better than it was. Should drive a little better. And now Mrs. Heavy Chevy, who's staring down at me, is going to grease the front end.
I don't think we're going right. Stop.
Don't get it in your arms.
Getting it?
Nah, this one doesn't want to go. Alright, try it again, Johnny. Pump it. Okay, stop. Why isn't this one getting...
Is that dog helping you any?
Not really.
Alright, we're going to check our ball joints. Go ahead, Mrs. Heavy Chevy. Uh-oh. That one's very bad. Let's check the other side. Alright, go ahead. Can't see no wiggling on this side. Might better put all new ones in it, however. Well, it drives much better now.
Good.
You ought to put your seatbelt on.
I have my seatbelt on.